The storm, the hurricanado, if you will.
I've been on several storm duties before. This one was definitely the worst.
Immediately, I started worrying about how we were going to handle an event that was so large and encompassed 20 miles of country.
All of a sudden, we got plus winds. The windows started vibrating, in and out, in and out.
And we had all been watching the weather, and it was getting pretty scary. They kept saying this was going to be unlike any other event that we had ever experienced. And boy, were they right.
100-mile-an-hour winds for, I'd say, at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes long, just nonstop pushing winds. I actually had a bell that was on my fence, and the neighbor said while this storm was going on, that's all I heard was that bell going off, and pretty much all of a sudden that bell stopped.
I was called shortly after the storm hit and was told, it's a very large storm. Need to pack up your things, plan on staying a week or two.
Being a first-time homeowner, never having an insurance claim before, I really didn't know what the process was. My first thing was, okay, make the call, and luckily they were kind of walking me through the process of what comes next.
We agents were completely overwhelmed with phone calls. We, every day, were returning hundreds of phone calls.
We have a mobile claim unit that we set up mainly on a main road there. There's a lot of things that we look for that people don't originally look for, at their own home. A lot of people don't want to get on the roof, and that's part of our job, is to make sure that the whole house is intact and not just what's visible to our insured.
Greg comes by and assesses all the damage, wrote a check that day.
And I think that's really where Pekin Insurance sells you, is how quickly did we respond to that claim? How quickly did we get out there, and how quickly did we resolve the claim, and did we pay what we should have paid?
They exceeded my expectations. I needed help. We all needed help, and they were there.
Guys I work with and friends in the community, they're still going through insurance claims.
I know what he was going through, and I know that if the shoe was on the other foot, then that's how I would want to be treated.
When he showed up and was able to, write a check that day, was phenomenal.
That's pretty much Pekin's credo, is, we're going to take care of the customer, and it's customer service is what they pride themselves on.
Pekin Insurance was the cream that rose to the top. They were phenomenal.
You never think it can happen to you till it does. And that's the great thing, that you never think you're going to need your insurance company until you do. And Pekin Insurance was there right away.